Hello guys, welcome back to Comic Book Cafe, and today we are reviewing Carnage, issue 7. So this continues what's been going on in the book. For those who never read the past issues, there's an FBI task force made up of characters like Wolfman and the symbiote Toxin, which of course is bonded now with Eddie Brock. And their task force of other people are hunting down Carnage to stop him. Well, ultimately they hunt him down, ultimately they find him, but ultimately Carnage gets away. And not only does he get away, but where this cult they were at, they find this book called Carnage finds this book called The Darkhold, which is very evil and powerful, and he gets away with it. But because of magic unbeknownst to him, things have changed inside Carnage. So for a while there, for some reason, he could control many versions of himself. Now he can't, and he wants answers. So we start off this book with a continuation of what happened in issue 6, and that was basically the Von Scooter girl was on a boat she got away from Carnage. He tried to infect her and control her, and it didn't work. But yet it hinted that she had some kind of powers because of it. And now with this beginning of this book, she was found by the FBI team looking for Carnage. In this book they question her, and that's it. We don't see her again. That's it. So the potential, what they could do with this character, her, is now gone. Or maybe she'll show up some other point, who knows? We don't know really what happened with the symbiote thing. They gave her to die, or who knows, but that's it, she's done. But for this team it's not done, because we see Claire Dixon, of course, the person who put this team together, sitting in front of her superiors, who are not happy that she made this task force of non-FBI personnel, like Wolfman, like Toxin, people that are uncontrollable. Some people they consider like Toxin as dangerous as Carnage, and basically they disband the team. But even though they disband the team, Miss Dixon is outside and she runs into a person. I want to say Shadow of the Midnight, but that's not the name of the group. But some group she benefits have the same goals with her about Carnage, and she's willing to probably fund them, her team, to go hunt Carnage down. So we go to Carnage now. First of all, Carnage has a Darkhold, but he's missing a map, a page which is actually a map in the book that Claire Dixon actually has. We'll get to that in a little bit. So Carnage goes to this shop. Some guy he thinks could help him find out what happened. So Carnage shows up there with the book, and the guy looks at it and says, well, I don't know, I can help you. There's a page missing. Maybe it's the wrong page you're looking at. The page is missing. Carnage is not happy. And Carnage says, I'll show you what I used to be able to control many versions of myself, and now I can't. And I'll show you. Carnage, of course, cuts himself. I guess it's the guy's dad. We don't see him until all of a sudden Carnage cuts himself, and the guy who wants to help Dad, it twists his dad all up, and then you see like kind of a symbiote outside of him, but Carnage can't control it, and you don't know whether this, just like Scooter, whether this died or whether it just is alive. Who knows? Because Carnage doesn't seem to care. We never get any more into this. So this guy ultimately tells him where to go in Indonesia, and he says, yeah, you're done, and you just see Carnage with a knife, and that's it. You don't see anything else, so you don't know what happens to him. Again, these Carnage books are very dark, which kind of fits this character. The art style is very dark. It fits this character, Carnage. So we go back to the FBI team. Wolfman drinking. He's not happy because obviously he thought, again, the stone that turned him has been destroyed, and now he's still Wolfman, because now he found now his genes have changed, and he's not happy. What do you got to look forward to? He thought he could find a way to not be Wolfman anymore, and now it's looking like worse than ever, that he's going to be stuck as Wolfman, changing into Wolfman all the time. And the team's trying to be supportive, and they're talking about stuff. And then Claire Dixon shows up, telling them that they're going to go after Carnage again. Like, well, we've been disbanded. She says, well, we've had private funding. And one member of their team is missing. That name is Eddie Brock. That's because the FBI has him. And they have the symbiote stabilizer, so he can't change into Toxin. And he has his hands chained up, obviously, to a desk and everything. And the FBI not only wants answers, but clearly they don't like him and want to hurt him. Heck, maybe they want to kill him for all we know. But clearly they have a disdain for him. Again, Eddie Brock was Venom. They know that. He done bad things in his life. Kind of makes sense. But as they hear all the shooting, the sound going, Eddie Brock kind of gets bolder and bolder about it. And the one guy, he's like, "You should let me get out. You know, they're going to have him. Who's going to stop him?" And then one guy almost does, but the other guy stops him. And then we see Wolfman, you know, bash through the door. And, of course, they let Toxin out. And, you know, they're going to be headed to Indonesia to go hunt down Carnage. And he tells you, "Yeah, we have a private manufacturer to hunt down Carnage. You thought you wanted in." He said, "Yeah, I do." And they're headed to Indonesia. Which, that's where we see Carnage at. And that's how this book ends. So, again, this is a continuation story, which I like. Again, it's not just like, okay, this arc's end. They're still hunting down Carnage. What is the end game to this story? I'm not sure. Like, this is a Carnage book. He can't end, so they're not going to kill him. Maybe they'll capture him. And, of course, he has this magic book. What's ultimately going to happen with this magic book? Is it going to change him? What's going to happen with it? Who's going to get it? Ultimately kind of questions. But I like where this is going because there is some mystery. Like, what is this book and what has it done to him? And, you know, is this team ever going to be able to capture Carnage? It's a dark but interesting book. Again, not one I cut. This is not one that's going to give you the deepest story ever. It's just a nice read. If you like Carnage or Wolfman or any of the Eddie Brock, then this would definitely be a book to pick up. Better to read from the beginning so you know all that has happened in the book, the history of Carnage with this team, and you know, obviously now more than ever why they want to hunt him down. And that's it. Again, if you're a fan of Carnage and these characters, this is definitely the book to pick up. If you're interested in something else to read, this will be a book that could be interesting for you. It's not going to be like the best read of the week or the month. It's not going to be the worst. It's like a middle of the road book. Anyway, what do you guys think of Carnage Volume 7? Do you like it? Not like it? Love to hear your guys' opinions. How do you like where they're going in the book? I think it's interesting where they're going, but I wonder where they're ultimately going to go. Again, Carnage is a weird character because he's a psychopathic serial killer. He kind of puts you in a weird corner with writing the book for the series, and they do it in an interesting way with it. Obviously, he's going to be always hunted down because as long as he's a villain and a psychopath, and obviously what he's done in the past is always going to follow him around. So anyway, love to hear your guys' opinions. I'll do another review soon. Later, guys.